Mic check. All right, mic's working. Howdy, folks. Cody here with IronVerse Comics, doing another Coffee, Cody, and Comics. We're number 41. 40 of these. Crazy to me. But happy to be here. Now, let me see if I can keep doing what I was originally planning to do. Just a little bit more promo that I'm live, right? Since I don't have a schedule of any kind. It can be difficult. Well, folks are doing well. Tuesday? Tuesday. That sure is a day. I'm going to try, I think, today to zero in the volumes. So I'll be doing that in just a second. Mainly, it's always been my mic and music levels. Okay. Folks doing well. We got some cool stuff today. It's just gonna be a couple. Oh, catching up on the social media management position gig too. I did a promotional tweet for Wicked, and it is blowing up a little bit. Everybody's so hungry out there, man. Everybody's hungry out there in comics. Some, I'm guessing, quite literally. So, least we can do is provide platforms for those voices to be heard. And if they have a quality product, good project, wish them all the best, and hope they can kick some butt. Alright, caught up. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Just about time to focus my attention on you lovely folks. There is one more thing I need to do. It's that volume scaling here, so how do I do this? I wish it was the giveaway. I wish it was. No, it was and also howdy Scott. Oh yeah, my robots aren't active. You fool. I'm nothing without my robot underlings. Get this one going. Not all the robot underlings, since we're doing, there will be no Robo Lady today. Well, I can mute Robo Lady, actually. I need to have her on, but I need to mute her. Because there's other functionalities she'll do. So, uno momento. No, it was just a promotional, like, show us your work kind of tweet there. Voice, speech is off. We should be good. Restream bot. You just see all my robots came on and said, howdy, look at that. Whoa, it just blew up there. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just people with their own excellent work. Maybe we'll even check out that thread here in a little bit just to share the cool stuff that's happening. Okay. Alright. No Robo Ladies, so we're good there. Good here. Alright, now I'm gonna check audio levels, which will require me to mute the music and be quiet for a second, so apologies. Audio levels, which will require me to mute the music and be quiet for a second, so I gotta mute me. Okay, actually, my levels aren't bad. Yeah, no, levels are good. All right. I don't need desktop audio. So we can just turn that back on. Except we'll need a different track. No, we're gonna need a different channel. You know what? Actually, yeah, we'll do something a little bit more chill. All right. Okay, so we got new Jack pages in. We got a couple life updates. And then I'm not sure. There's a couple things I'd like to do. Like I said, maybe we'll check out that thread for just to share some awesome work that we were shared. Um, we'll go from there. We'll go from there, I think. Let me check here. No. Let me check here. I'll take this. I don't know what it is, but it's nice and relaxing. Except for that trash can lid hit there, but I think that's just to keep your attention. Yeah, that one. It's not trash can. It's nicer than that. Okay. I guess we'll just go straight to the fun stuff. Oh, let's just do that. So we're gonna do two things, and one I probably shouldn't do, but I'm gonna do. Because I want to, and because since very few folks check this out, uh, this is where I can spoil stuff. This is where I can share my enthusiasm and love for the work that's come in, without having to in the updates on the campaign, right? It'll be complete spoilers if I go through there. And Arno, who may come in today, may not, but you see him in chat here and there. He doesn't mind spoilers. But he was the only one who said anything about that from the update yesterday. And I just shared one page to the backers of the 3 we got in. Allegedly more are coming in, so we should probably be able to finish this particular micro arc. I keep calling them micro arcs. I don't know what to act, I guess, would be closer. I don't know. There's 4 acts in Jack 4. There's 4 micro arcs, so yeah, call them acts. We finished the first one, which was the old man, quite a bit ago. Now we're getting close to, we're halfway through the sick man now. And so you folks will get to see that here in just a moment. And then we'll go from there, I think. So let's do that. Whoa. No. Yeah, no, we already heard that though. Skip track.
As you wish.
Skip track.
As you wish.
Yeah, we could have a Jack track while I'm revealing Jack. Resume transmission. Oh. Page 10, Jack Iron Steel Cowboy. This is the one that is public. I posted it both on Twitter and through the update section, of course. Can I do that? 1 second. I think I can. Not that. It's not what I meant to do. That's the wrong rat cat. That's the right rat cat. Over here, kitty cat. I gotta flip you horizontally. Just chill on right there for now. But I'm not showing stuff all full screen. I like having I like flavor. I like personality. Yeah, that's a big thing that, man, I was very impressed with these pages. So here is the last page we got in. And I also shared this publicly. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Jack ended up pretty sketchy down here, though. And pretty sketchy there. Like, there's definitely pages I can tell Maxie was feeling just more sketchy. In terms of, I don't know, the enthusiasm wasn't there, or he was trying to mix efficiency with style, right? He's a master of style, so I never questioned that in. And this is the last page we went, and I was kind of curious. What I wrote wasn't exactly this with the heads, but it's a great bit of foreshadowing so you accept the next scene, which is really cool, and how he approached it's great. So this has also been shared publicly. It's no big, like, bit of insanity. Oh, too far. And then so boom, this guy pops literally through the wall, which is not also not what I was thinking when I wrote it. I thought more of an alcove like we already dealt with the old man at the end of issue 3 and the beginning of issue 4. But it adds this little extra bit of mysticism, which I think is actually really important to this issue. And unintentionally he added it, and I really like it that he's phasing through this wall instead, so he's literally a part of this wall. I mean, that's great communication for the idea I was thinking of. And he nailed this too. So some people will notice he's got, I hope some people notice, he's got Warlock in it. Folks are familiar with, I think he's from the New Mutants, Warlock. That was one of the main character designs I shot towards Maxie because he looks crazy, he looks broken, he looks destroyed, but he's also very digital, right? Very robotic. And that's what Maxie went with, but then he grounded him more in humanity with his personality and how these facial expressions were rendered. And we got two of the coolest Jack panels as well, facial wise, with this one, which is kind of a Saitama almost, that Saitama okay kind of face, which I'm just like, yes, I love it. And then he communicates the fear, the wretchedness, the despair, right, and the shakiness was a big one. In fact, I think I'm gonna have Vince do like twitch, right, just little twitches around there for the lettering. And then we got this badass, just happy I know how to deal with this guy face. Just excellent. And so, now folks, if you are prepared, I wasn't quite prepared. In fact, again, I love this page. Even just the paneling. Very simple, widescreen paneling, but just such a good job. Page 11, which has not been shown yet. More personality from Maxie. He did this before with Kitty as well. This shadow styling I love. With the guy breaking and falling right on over. Their conversation continues. Jack's trying to win him over. Points at the gate that he needs opened. Then this fucking face right here, man. It's another moment when I saw this face and how he kind of did this super sketchy looking vibe to really convey what he's talking about. Contrast it with this foreground of Jack's steady feet. Compared to the broken back there, and then his kind of realization and argument with himself. That face too. Oh man. So happy with these pages. I was so happy with these pages. So that's the last of the newest pages we got it. And alongside page 4, all of these scenes, I really like this in terms of a talking head setup scene. It's so good. I think there's just enough action as well in terms of movement and all that I think it conveys. I think the pacing will be good for all I'm conveying right there, which once people read the script, or read the lettering to it, it's basically just a dialogue on. I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to spoil it that much, and it might sound a little bit pompous if I discuss it now. But the four sights of the Buddha, which this is 100% like I'm stealing the story structure from it, but then I'm twisting it to convey the ideas I want conveyed through it, because it's basically just a tale of awakening for someone who was lost in another world, quote unquote. In this case it was Siddhartha, and being born in the palace, and people don't really realize how much of a different world nobility literally lived in compared to it. One of the four sides of the Buddha's conveyance is that, right? It's to humble those who don't even realize they're not humble from birth, right? And so in that, the Buddha didn't understand what it was to grow old. He didn't understand what it was to be sick. He didn't understand death. and he didn't understand how to come to peace with those three things. And those are the four sides of the Buddha. So we follow those four concepts as well in issue number 4. But whereas Siddhartha had no grounding, no idea of these things, Jack very much does. Having lived through them in many different forms again and again and again. And so he faces these in a significantly different way. It's the wizened individual seeing it compared to the almost newborn ignorance facing it, right? And I think that's what I really like about issue number 4 script. There's a little bit of Dante's Inferno as well, because we're going deeper through layers of hell. In this case, Fanane's hell, right? And so we've hit his version of the sick man. We've hit his version of the old man right here during this conversation. Page 4 is so good. Page 2 and 3 is dope as well. I mean, this is our... I'm so glad every time. We always exceed what we've done before. And I say we, right? This is Maxie primarily right now, but I think even the storytelling and framing which he's using that I provided him is better. From my part, I think I understand how to convey this a little bit better. And my point with these stories has always been to convey these ideas in a sure-footed but not arrogant way, and in a more gentle way than the public dialogue upon these issues tends to be. We're not very gentle with each other with these ideas. And I think it's these more serious things, these harder to deal with ideas and concepts and darknesses that we've let grow in the background for so long. If you're very loud and agitated and angry about them, then you just get lost in the cacophony of the dialogue, right? Quote-unquote dialogue's not really a back and forth. It's just a wall of sound from two sides, right? You get lost in between that. And my point is solely to provide an ease into these concepts that takes no other side than discussing how horrible these things are. Because I think, again and again, we're divided along lines that are less crucial to keep us from addressing things that we would truly be united on otherwise. And so that's kind of what I've tried to do with Jack as a character as well. So these dialogues with the sick man has its own little commentary on things, right? And it's just a brush, right? This is a 32-page comic. You can't do much nuance in it. The idea is to give it a handshake, give it respect, and move forward, which I talked about that concept in issue 3 as well, between Jack and Tractor's relationship. There's a certain respect to opening a door, but not dragging somebody through it, right? And to keep on your way and let what happens happens. What happens happen. So yeah, I'm really excited for this issue to get to folks. This means we're over a third done with the line art of issue number 3, which even Maxie has apologized for how long it's taking. We had planned to originally have this issue done before the campaign finished, and obviously that did not happen. Part of it was his honeymoon, which I think they got married with less planning than he expected, which is great in its own case. Super romantic, right? Just do it. So I think that was part of it, and you know what? Good for him. I know it's also stalled Kids and Monsters as well, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm very grateful for Gifted Rebels and Adam Lawson for continuously taking care of people I consider to be friends and are most certainly my creative partners. He's given both of my wonderful friends in IronVerse Comics large, well-paid gigs, which is an incredible gift to an artist, especially when it's such a cool cat to work with. I've worked with him as well, 6 pages the Kill Journal, a little side thing, which I got to write the main character on it, and it's kind of the last thing you read as well in the Kill Journal. It's pretty neat. And so I'm really excited to see Kids and Monsters because he's also worked with Mike Spicer, who has basically been the colors for nearly everything that Danny Warren Johnson has done, and I'm a big fan of Danny Warren Johnson as well. Cool cat, great line art, great communication, very professional with his community and fans. So it's neat. I don't know much about Mike. His colors for me, sometimes I really like them, sometimes I don't. But it fits Maxie's work quite well. In fact, Kids and Monsters, the second time they got to work together, because they also worked together in the Kill Journal on one of the shorts in that as well. Nonetheless, we're moving forward still, so I'm super excited with that. The personality conveyed in these panels is exactly what it needed to be to convey the ideas. In fact, like I was saying, it's kind of what Max usually does with my script, and he maximized it. No, he found nuance that can be conveyed within the art to bolster the ideas, and that's what I need from an artist every time, because I'm not an artist. I would barely consider myself much of a writer. Certainly done more work in promotion at this point, but what I try to tackle could be very poorly handled by an artist. He's never once handled it poorly. It's always got character and personality and just coolness. It just oozes cool, and that's really important. We need that grounding and that swagger, that confidence in this to deal with these things. I need to erase this track from the playlist. I don't know what it is though. Skip track. Skip track.
As you wish.
Thank you, VoiceBot. So, yeah. I've seen. That's weird. It's true. Odd. Okay. Sorry, folks. Brain had a deja vu there. That I had earlier when I first. Weird. Okay, brain's just being weird today. So yeah, new page is in. Third of the way done. We've got the dead man to tackle and the shaman to tackle, so I'm excited for both of those characters also to manifest. That's the thing. There's 4 teachers within this, right? The old man is the one that has the most action attached. Well, dead man will too. I'm kind of curious. There might be other ways to convey the dead man that's a little bit better. So I'll have to talk to Maxie once we get to that point. And what I wrote's kind of cliche. But I wanted symbols of rebirth in it as well, because it's kind of the last big passage before then he finds footing. So I don't know. But I think it's kind of cliche if I chose what it's kind of too on the nose. Then the other thing I'm thinking is very much on the nose as well. That might be cool. I don't know. We've got time. But yeah, super excited. I think these pages came out incredible as always, and couldn't be more grateful for the artistic team we're working on. I can't wait to see Steve's colors on these pages, but just as ink work, it's issue number 4 is going to be a tour de force. All spoilers, of course, folks. But yeah, that does it. And it does it on that point. We might show them again later if folks are interested. Anybody else comes in. But that was that. Alright, so that's the new page reveals. We'll do a bit of an update on kind of the life stuff, because I know people are maybe not worried, but you know, my situation isn't great, right? So give me a second to sign into one thing. And I did mention this, I think, last stream or stream before that, or last Cody Coffee and Comics. That's not the password? Alright. That's the password. That's not the password? Oh, maybe it's, yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's open. Skip track. Then giveaway spot. Yes, it's alright. I'm kind of sick of this track. It's alright. So, let's deal with that, huh? Alright, so $750. Incredible amount of help. In fact, I had 2 other outside donors who don't want to go through GoFundMe, who went through PayPal and helped a little bit more than that, which I'm so grateful. Thank you. You folks know who you are if you're seeing this. But I'm still kind of concerned, just because I think the situation's complicated. Whereas the individual, the lawyer, who I have a meeting with August 30th, so I'll be providing receipts or invoices or whatever kind of documentation which acknowledges the transaction to you folks, of course, with any pertinent information, any doxable information excluded, like I did with the well bill from the last GoFundMe I did. Folks obviously deserve to know exactly where the money's going. So I'm hoping he's thinking under an hour. I'm hoping no more than 3, because anything more than that, it can't get done with where I am right now. But yeah, that's where we are there. I'm gonna put the link in chat because I could still use help just in case. I don't know what this is, going to. We'll find out the 30th. That's the best I could say, right? Like, I don't know. So we'll find out then. But any additional help is just extremely grateful while I continue to look for a consistent gig. Now, on that front, let me make sure nothing's doxable real quick. Nope. You folks know where I am anyway through Indiegogo and stuff, and it doesn't have the actual address. I've set up an account on Rover to do dog walks and boarding and all that. No bites directly through this site, but it's there, thank goodness. And I did the hustling with the flyers, which you folks showed. No bites from those yet either. Posted that on Craigslist as well. Just try it anywhere, right? So I'm hopeful that this will work, but I did get, and it was very nice, and I talked about this over the weekend streams, skip track.
As you wish.
Something just a little more chill. This isn't that much chill. Skip track.
As you wish.
This sounds more chill. I got a wonderful, basically three days of gigs. One was Friday, and it was about 18 hours work. A very long day, but I was paid pretty darn well for it. So that was good. I had to travel, so I was taking care of some folks, poodles, basically dog watching, right? Dog sitting. This, right? What we're looking at. So that was cool. And I've got 2 more gigs with this wonderful set of folks. Wednesday, so tomorrow, and Thursday. So this month I actually did okay. Even with walking away from the job, which emotionally is still hitting me, man. In a lot of different ways. The one that hurts the most is my kid, my pup, isn't able to, go play with other dogs. And she keeps, whenever we're about to go somewhere or something, she used to not want to get her harness on, and now it's been 2 weeks without her seeing her friends, and now she's actually going up to the harness to get it on whenever we're going to go to town or whatever, and I think that's because she thinks she's going to go play, and it's that one's hurt. That one's hurt pretty consistent. But that's the one that's hurt me the most. Like, I'm worried about all the pup friends I made over the years over there as well. But, like, I had to let go. So it is what it is. I'm just still, like, mourning all of that. And that one that I can't explain to her why, and I can't, make up for it with dog park here or anything like that, because there isn't. So that one hurts me. That one bothers me. But otherwise, I'm doing okay with all of this. Kill your emotions, bury them in the backyard. There you go, Eliza Bar. Welcome. Getting all kinds of welcomes. That's good. But yeah, so I've got this up. I'm hopeful. I've already gotten 3 gigs in it, and I can guarantee she's very kind about it too. She's a very sweet older lady, and her husband's very generous. To get some reviews on here, so that'll hopefully help. There's not a ton of competition in my area, but that might also because there's not a ton of work on it. So we'll see. I've significantly lowered the rates as well. And we'll see, but that's one of the angles, and then there's a couple other like right here and here, which you can't see, things I'm going to hit up to see if that'll work for a more consistent part-time gig besides the other stuff I'm doing. So we'll see, but that's the life update stuff. Eliza Bar, you missed the page updates. Too bad on that angle. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at there. One step forward at a time. After these next 2 days, and I don't know what I'm going to make on those 2 days, but if it's anything like what I made on Friday, then it should be all right. Then we can go from there. But in the 30th, I figure this shit out. So one way or another. So that's excellent. Things are moving forward in a whole bunch of ways. Uh-oh. More wisdom for daily life from Eliza Bar. I mean, you're welcome to do it anytime. I just don't honestly recommend people... Ooh. What do you think you heard? What do you think you heard, VoiceBot? What do you think you heard that turned off the music? Oh, he thought he heard Maestro. Right, and then he doesn't hear it. Or no, it was too close to the rest of the sentence. That's the GIF. The problema. Maestro. We already heard this. That was the problem. Oh, my robot friends. You try so hard. You're just so terrible. Alright, we're gonna skip a couple. Let's just there you go. Go with something like this. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you're always welcome to. Spout whatever you want. Very, very welcome. Let's see. Fact. Go here real quick. I'm actually curious because it sounds like something I haven't done. And yeah, you're usually here. Oh, okay, I already gave you the sword. Cool. Didn't know if you were a mod on Twitch or not for me, Eliza Bar, but it looks like I made that foolhardy decision already. So there we go. I guess I should the pages one more time just because I'm so very happy with them. I think they came out wonderfully. Ton of personality. Spoilers, of course, if you're interested in Jack 4. Oh, look at that! It worked for a second. It's not working anymore. Spoilers. What? There it is. Forgot I made that. But yeah, spoilers for Jack 4, folks. Oh, you're gonna cover your eyes? They're not the biggest spoilers. Honestly, like, it's just very cool takes on a talking head scene. So, whatever you think. But, yeah, we got 3 more pages in. Very excited with them. Did great conveyance of personality. It's the kind of stuff we haven't done in Jack yet. Oh, Scott, you're back. And for some reason, I decided to welcome you again. Oh, because you were here earlier. You've probably been here the whole time. But now my robots are awake and they're like, oh, there he is. Okay. No, I didn't, Scott. But yeah, 3 more pages. Super excited. Super excited. We're a third of the way done with the line art. And hopefully, sounds like this is one of those weeks where he's got a bunch of creative time and inspiration. And I can tell because the page quality went up. Like, I can tell this page was a bit forced, but it came out gorgeous. How I can tell it's forced is Jack here and this. Like, Steve's going to do a lot of work to make this more intelligible via coloring. And this is pretty sketchy. It works fine. It's Max's style, and he spent most of the time making this wall. In fact, I can tell he did because he's like, what do you think of the wall? when you put this here. And so, yeah. But, with the personality and passion that was put into these pages, and with him saying, oh, there's more coming, so we'll see if there's another couple pages coming in this week. That would be incredible. If not, it's usually Mondays. It's pretty much always Mondays I get pages from Maxie, so likely Monday. But super excited with how these came out. So Scott mentioned we are on the featured page of Global Comics. Yeah, I know they always do a promotional thingy-mabobber. And we both made it this last go. It's sometimes it's what's being read, sometimes it's just stuff that they wanted to share, right? Boost. Let's continue reading. People you follow. Emerald City Comic Con folks. From the Valiant universe. Oh! Graphically stunning stories. I'm in that one. That's neat. There's Jack right there, 5th. Godsbane. I appreciate our concern. She's a very cool cat. Or they're a very cool cat. Whichever they prefer. Then there's dragons. Suggestions. New stuff. Featured! Alright, there we go. Oh, you're right. Look at that. Cool. I like being on the front page twice. That's always helpful. It's very neat. Cool. Then here's the publisher stuff. These are their big old publishers that are on here. I don't know Gorilla. Guess I might as well, and I don't know these guys either. Valiant, yeah, 133 series. 1.6 thousand titles, and Jack's beaten a lot of them. Same with Top Cow and Heavy Metal. Like, that breaks my heart too, because I've submitted Jack to Heavy Metal multiple times at this point, because like that is the brand resonance I would want, even if I don't really like the folks too much over there, and like they're super into the NFT angle now and a bunch of other shit that I'm not a fan of. But Heavy Metal is the branding and icon and image that would most resonate with Jack out of current publishers. But second time this come on, stop it with this track. I hate that track. I need to get rid of it. But yeah, that's cool. Very neat. Folks aren't familiar with Global Comics, I recommend checking it out. There's a lot of free stuff to read on it, and they offer a lot of great incentives for creators to post on there, so I recommend checking them out. The most comprehensive data you can get a hold of for your series, down to, if you set it up properly, how long people are looking at each panel, up to a very great split on how subscription money is utilized via creators and the platform. There's options for donations. There's all kinds of cool stuff. The thing that got me to check them out simply was that the creator, CEO, and like the whole setup and framework, company-wise, is very personable, and you can actually, talk to them, which was a big one, unlike any of these other bigger platforms like Tapas and Webtoons and stuff. It's much harder to get a hold of and network with the people, which I need a personal touch in anything I'm doing. I need the human end of it, because working with the machines is just so heartbreaking most of the time. But yeah, check it on out. Kind of interesting that I ended up in graphically stunning. I really appreciate that. Created by Fried Rice Comics. Neat. So they were aware of my work too. There's Dr. Mirage. Way down there for Valiant. Okay. I'm behind Nottingham Mad Cave. I'm glad Mad Cave's doing well. There's T-Pub. Okay. Glad she's crushing it. Like, that's excellent. Because it's not even finished. She's crushing it. I love seeing that. There's a Captain Canuck. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. This is what I've been reading. That makes sense. If you folks haven't checked out Diamond City Mega Drive, please do. Akiti's a very cool cat. But yeah. That's very much a Doug TenNapel style character design. Interesting. Nonetheless, yeah, that's very cool, Scott. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know if I got a boost in page reads because of that. Almost hit 1,000 page reads on issue number 3, which is the paywalled issue, which is kind of cool. Page reads. That page reads? Really? I thought there's... No, it's loading. It's just taking a while. So that's nifty. Yeah. That's the main stuff, man. The last point was believe in your own voice. And a little bit of that, I think you could tell, is when I was talking about my own work, I hope. I very much have faith in our collective creative expression over here at IronVerse Comics. Everybody I've worked with understands what we're doing. Why I'm doing this. And that seems to continuously come out through the work. So, yeah. Super important, because if you don't, it feeds into something else I talked about last Coffee Cody Comics. The thing that bugs me is a lot of people use comics as a stepping stone. So you could be believing that your work will get you to other work, and I think that's also not great, but it's better than being really shaky and having good work, I guess. It's better to believe that your work will take you somewhere and it be bad, I think, than you have really good work and you have no faith in it. It sounds odd to me because I'd rather have more of the great work, but at the end of the day, for you as a person on an artistic journey, it's better to have belief in a bad product than no belief in a good one. Which, yeah, it sucks, but I think that's kind of the truth. And so it's better for you, for your artistic journey. It's better for those around you that you believe in your work than it is simply to have good work. If you have both, which should be the goal, right? Then no worries. You're set. But yeah, coffee brain. So I'm done with coffee there. Too much coffee. Go ahead and shoot that on out for you there, Scott. Oh, there's another one. Missed a couple. God, I can do better. I can do better, I promise. Alright. Yeah, I didn't have much else planned for today. I thought about maybe we'll go through that Wicked Publishing promotional tweet just to check out everybody. Because, yeah, there's a good chunk, about 23 or so comments on there. It's pretty good. Scott, there you are. Let's get that on out. And get Oldman's on out. So, yeah, we might do that. I think that's probably smart. Not many folks watch, but let's still put the energy out there that I appreciate folks getting a hold of us. Let's check out some projects. I think that's a good idea. Oh, I need to do it on a different account. I should do it on my skip track. Now let's do it myself. What's this? Didn't we hear this one too already? Ooh. I'll take it. Let's look at this. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, I like it. See, this is a good track. Oh, I may need some water. Oh, for this caffeine brain, and lack of sleep brain, and the mixing of those brains, that's not going well. Oh, it's so warm in here. Alright, I will return. I need water. I need air conditioner. There's dog who just wants to sleep. My dog. Look comfy. I'm kind of jealous. Yeah, kind of jealous. You look very comfy. I want to be there sleeping. Okay, and then I'll be right back. So please stand by. All right. Cool. Did mute the mic too. It's supposed to when I do that, use that command, but not always sure if it will or not. Scott did have a great question before we get into this, so let's go ahead and do that. Would putting your stuff for free to build hype be good example? Yes and no, right? It depends on what perspective and what you're looking for, right? Putting it up simply for paid because you know it's worth it, that's also a form of believing in yourself, and believing in your work. For me, I very much come from your camp, right? I believe that the work will stand on its own and on its own merit, and it's the best way to sell itself. Therefore, having a place where somebody can consume a whole good chunk or expression of it is a great way to get somebody interested in your work and get them engaging with it and all of that. So I come very much from your side. Say yes, but also so would be just doing it for paid, right? Both are wonderful ways to do it. I would say having something free is more intelligent in terms of like it's a lot easier to gather those viewers, and it's already very difficult to do it as a independent contractor or independent creator. That's the word I want to use. And so both would work, but I think having at least, even if it's just a 15 page out of a 22 page comic or something, even if it's just a preview, having something that some proof of concept, right, in any form makes a massive difference. Because you're basically convincing people to invest their time in you at the very least. You'd like them to invest their money as well, and that requires more work to convince, right, or better quality work, however you want to define it. But you got to try harder. Have I considered hiring a hitman to tackle the competition and open up the playing field? I have no competition. No. No, for one. Two, I don't. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competition, and at about 10K for a low end hit, that's it would be cheaper just to make more comics and beat them on fair ground than it would be to kill them all. Just from a practicality standpoint. Know someone that works for cocaine? Well, see, it depends how much, and then what kind of contact I do there. Because I don't have those kind of contacts. Well, for that specific bit, because I have no interest in that specific bit. So, but I mean, that would probably be cheaper than the cash, right? But I'd also bet it might be sloppier than cash. I don't need no sloppy hits with my line of work. If we're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Let's go back here. So, did this one. It hit pretty good for what I expect on any kind of Twitter stuff I'm involved in. Like, that's pretty good for low end. Oh man, not at all. And depending on how you do it, too. Yeah. I don't have any competition around here whatsoever. There was one dude who did a zine in my town, and I think he did a zine, like one, and that was it. Then the coworker manager that I adored, that her last day was the day I quit. There as well. She's also an artist, and she's doing a graphic novel, but it's based on graffiti. So I'm really excited to see that come out. But honestly, like, that's it in my area that I'm aware of. Like, nobody works in comics here, even though it's an art community. Most people are painters. Yeah, most people are painters. There's some great sculptures, some great potters. A lot of sculptures. Triggered spoilers. Huh. That's weird. But there's a lot of writers as well. I mean, we're like Georgia O'Keeffe, we're well known for. She spent time in this area. There's a couple native fellows as well that are well known here. R.C. Gordon, a lot of people know him. Very, very good at realistic renders. Very tense pieces for those realistic renders too. Very, very cool stuff. He passed a long time ago. So Keith, right? But yeah, like the art community here does not. Again, comics is such a. Not only is it niche, right? But it's. I talked about this last thing too. It's very disrespected as an art form. So people would rather say they're making jewelry, which God forbid around here, man. Even Family Guy made a joke. I'm gonna go to Taos and make jewelry. Like that was Bonnie when she runs away with Brian. That was like her big plan. Go to Taos, make jewelry. Like, yeah, I'm sure plenty of people have done that. And don't do that. Even if you're really good at it, we've got incredible jewelers around here for New Mexico style work. And we've got a billion people just assembling beads into bracelets. We don't need any more. But send you a local from up there. You keep buying copies of it that show up in thrift stores. There's one from around here? Huh, interesting. Again, like the only one I was aware of was a zine. It was fine. So around here, it's super hippie community, so I had a lot to do with, like, I love the anti-authoritarian vibes. It's my bag. But it had a lot more to do with, like, psychedelics and just crazy free indie comics expression, which, like, underground comic style stuff, which I really appreciate because it's just such a unique expression. But the work I do tries to combine those points and make it into something professional without leaning so heavy into insanity and just free expression. Which again, I really appreciate, but it's not something I wish to do with my own work. But interesting. Oh, up here. Oh, well, I'm very curious if there's a digital to link me to. Great. It's physical. I have no problem sharing that mailing address. I likely sent you a card from last campaign. I doubt you would still have that envelope, but that has my address on it as well. Or I'm happy to shoot you. It's just a PO box, right? That's the only place I get mail, so it's not like a big deal. In fact, my house isn't even. The county maps, like, you could see it, you could go to Google Maps, you can find my house, but like the road that it's on is misnamed through Google Apps, and it acts like there's no houses here, so I can't get packages delivered here. I can't. There's a lot of weird stuff. That, like, it has an address, it has a street name, but anything online or even via a lot of, like, going to the records of this place, like, it doesn't exist, which is it's a pain in the ass in some cases, and in others, like, okay, that's fine. It's nice to be a little harder to find, but yeah, it's just a PO box. I'd be happy to share that with you if you want to send me something, and I'll check it out. I freaking love indie comics. Yeah, and I just misread because I'm coffee brain. Not perfect. Perfect sounds like a plan. But yeah, if any of the stuff you find from our work is from California, that's wicked stuff. Mailing address, just the metal card envelope and the little. It has one of our little shapeshifters on it for the address. It says IronVerse Comics, and then it has the return address, right? That would be the correct one. If you see the little chubby shapeshifter, you're in the right place. But okay, let's do this. So here's some stuff sent over to Wicked for a promo thread. Let's check this on out. So of course we have a Wicked comic to start off with, and that's fine. This is Dragon Girl and Albino Warrior. He's reading Sword Coast Adventures Guide for D&D. It sounds like a second edition bit, but I don't know. I played some 2.5. D&D 2.5 is the D&D I've played the most of. Didn't really play that much of it. 10, 20 hours at most. But yeah, but it sounds like an older supplement. That's the one. But I don't know. I don't know if it's an older supplement. He's working on Descent Chapter 2 for these folks, which I don't know, but let me go ahead and follow. Very tiny following. Interesting. And then, of course, Dragon Girl and Albino Warrior, which is part of the IronVerse, which is funding through Wicked. They went for the 30 days, I think. 14 backers, about a little over 10% there. Let's check out the video. Maestro.
Here to serve.
Thank you.
Dragon Girl Albino.
I don't know if desktop. Oh, it is on. Alrighty, sorry, we're doing this again. I was better prepared than I thought I was.
Dragon Girl Albino Warrior #1 is an East meets West martial arts fantasy comic with superheroes and kaiju elements. The comic follows 2 stories. The first is about a 24-year-old Chinese warrior monk named Pai Long who was raised in seclusion at the Bai Long Temple, learning the way of the White Dragon Lord. Propriety, integrity, justice, and honor, and mastering White Dragon Kung Fu. But now, because of a prophecy, he must come to America. The second story is about a 16-year-old geek girl named Danny Finney with an extremely rare and terminal case of muscular dystrophy that confines her to a wheelchair. Danny's loving and supportive parents, Mary and James, are desperate to find a cure that can save her. Check out Dragon Girl Albino Warrior and see why I call it a light in dark places, as Galadriel would say.
The last bit wasn't that smooth. I get that he wanted to, like, I know Lord of the Rings, but I would have just done the quote, and then people who know Lord of the Rings would have hit it, and people who don't would have just thought it was cool. Different way I would have done it, but first last. Up until there, though, like, that was good. He sounded confident. He sounded good. Of course, the wonderful animations, I'm guessing, were from the ever incredible Mrs. H, who does our animations over here at IronVerse Comics as well. That did a better job of selling the comic than I've gotten, like, the entire time this promo did. So, that's cool. But yeah, that last line was a little awkward. It doesn't think they'll fund, but I don't ever trust the robot. Especially with my history of books, like it by day 5 or 6 with our work, it tends to think we're not going to fund, and then you mad bastards make it happen. Looks good. You can get your digital. Of course, they do have their digital always promise. So if you back and it doesn't fund, you will still get the comic. These comics are always funded and built before they release them. I would love to see this one succeed. They've worked very hard over the years getting this stuff together. They've got quite a few comics together. I think it's like 11 series they've started. So it'd be great to see them fund this one. More info here. I'll go ahead and throw this into chat, but I think the trailer did a great job of kind of showing you what it's about and telling you the story. So check it out. Artwork is clean. Lettering is fine. It's a little chunky. That's cool. That's good. This is a little. Is it 2 ideas or just 1? No, that's just 1 person. There's just 1 thought. Okay, I was just seeing if there was like a way you could have broken that up into like 2. You know, something smaller, less just chunk of text. But yeah, I've seen worse. Significantly worse. There's cool stuff like that's a great, like big blue shining heart. That's dope. No, this looks good. Motion's clean. Maestro.
Here to serve.
Yeah, it looks like the campaign will lay it out for you a little bit better. But yeah, $4 digital, $11 digital and producer credit. There it is, 22 bucks. The printed, the digital, and the producer credit. And of course, you will get the digital back in at any tier, whether or not they fund. That's one of their shticks. So if you're just curious to work whatsoever, it's worth just throwing the $4 that way. The theoretical, since it's Kickstarter, it's not really throwing it there until they charge you if they fund. So I would say it's very much worth rolling the dice with these folks. Very cool cats. Let me see if I can find that real quick. But I did a podcast with them. I really did enjoy my time speaking with them then. Don't have my Patreon. You fool, Cody. Should always be open and ready to promote. No, it's just going to be the best place to find that link instead of looking for it otherwise. There it is. March 6th. Yep, that's right. Let me get that link. Oh, it's a Spotify link. Okay. Well, it is free, so I'll just, it'll take you to my Patreon. But, it's about an hour. Talked about our work as always, other books we enjoy, things of that nature. Wait to see if it loads. You guys can get an idea. But yeah, that's the link I just hit. It'll bring you to this post, but it should be free to just listen, right? Shouldn't have any problems. Is there a way to just... Yeah, probably, but not that I have easily accessed. Okay. Oh, I think it works. Oh, there it works.
Comics.
There you go. Woo, there you go. Making a difference is that Ben Affleck Daredevil. I know that guy. I know that guy. We're talking about. I don't remember what exactly brought up that, but the director's cut of the Ben Affleck Daredevil. Yeah, I am a big fan. The regular one, it's just like. What makes me like the director's cut is because. They did a lot more Daredevil fan service in the director's cut. You get adamantium dropped after Bullseye gets all smashed through the window and all his bones are broken. Like they hint at getting his adamantium injections, which is really cool. There's some neat stuff in that film. It's super of its time with Evanescence and all that, but at the same time, I really liked it. Elektra, like I could tolerate. In terms of like her solo film, but Daredevil, particularly the director's cut, pretty good. And man, I love the suit. I think they just nailed the suit in that. But anyway, check this on out if you want to listen to more from them and with me. We had a great talk, and I appreciate these cats very much. And that is Dragon Girl Albino Warrior. All right, what's next on the list? Grim Reaper. All right, let's check out Grim Reaper. They had 9 days to go when they posted this yesterday, so 8 days to go. A little bit of a place to go. There's no trailer. Okay. That doesn't help me. But they think they'll fund. The robot thinks they'll just barely fund. Excellent. Alright, the cannabis-induced carnage continues. Picking up where we left off last issue, which tells me nothing. Okay, here we go. This will tell me something, though. After a grisly murder committed by someone who has no memory of what happened, Marty and his friends have to get to the bottom of where this tainted strain of weed is coming from. Do they dare enter the grow house? Oh, that's neat. Where did you hear spoilers? I guess it's spoilers for Grim Reaper. 599 cents, book 2 of 4. That's pretty neat. They're definitely going for like old school horror, but then putting a little bit of Kevin Smith to it, right? I like the art on the cover. I really hope it's not deceptive. The interior's worse, because the interior's like this. This is very cool art. Super grindhouse. Yeah, look at that. I like it. If you get high, they die. Oh, nope, that's the interior artist. Excellent. No bait and switch. Lettering's good. Obviously an adult comic. Approved by the Chronic Code, of course. Ah, I wish there was more pages than just the single panel. Oh, that's bothersome. So I don't have any pages to show you folks. Oh, and this was issue 1. But I really liked their line artist and the colorist combo. We were talking about Mike Spicer earlier, and he has this kind of palette. I prefer Steve's palette, which is bright and quite gorgeous compared to this kind of grimy, older style. But if you're doing horror, that's perfect. Looks good. I'm going to throw a link in chat. Consider supporting, sharing. It looks good. I wish there was more sequentials. In fact, we just got the one panel, so that's harder to sell. But the idea seems fun, and the artistic team looks like it's very pro in terms of like this horror kind of spectrum, Tales of the Crypt kind of look and work. So that's cool. Grim Reaper, check that out. We've checked this out before. This is Nino of the Dinosaurs. So we'll just go through this here, and I'll throw the link in chat. It's a fun, kind of all ages, prehistoric, anthropomorphic tale. And here's some work in progress from him, which is great. That's kind of the other stuff I was asking. I love seeing different artists' thumbnails. Always a good idea to do thumbnails. I don't tend to get them from Maxi because how he works. Like his thumbnails are sketchier than this. He'll just be like, this is here, this is here, this is here. They're like, you have no idea what's really going on. And then he starts at it, and you're like, oh. Let me show you. In fact, I do actually have some work in progress from Maxi from those pages I showed earlier. Payment details. I don't want to share that. Let's go up here, though. You can tell he didn't even really do thumbnails. This guy. See, like, there's a little bit. It's like, that's what it's gotta look like. You can see on the red, right? And you can see how he just refined it, but he barely applies anything. And then just goes at it with inks. I mean, he doesn't even really pencil. That's the other bit too. So working with him and somebody else on inks or something, it's just not his style. That's fine with me because his style is incredible. But yeah, just another example of kind of like what his thumbnails are. The in between, right? Go back to Nino of the Dinosaurs. There we go. Did you provide a link? Yes. So this one is a subscribe star link if you want to access the comic. Great way to do it. That is Nino of the Dinosaurs. Okay, this is a Substack. 2 dark fantasy stories recently released, and working on another strange twisted tales from this. Azathoth Fragments. Oh. Ooh, I like the line art. It's got a little bit of scud to it, not in the insanity, but in the tone used and the inking. That's really, yeah, the thick lines like that. That's what it reminds me of. Scud. Scud's inking style. Rob Schwab's inking style. It's not his like line art style, but it's totally the inking style. I love it. Oh, this looks interesting. I like it. And there's Jill Scott. So there's shorts. Oh, here's another one, different style, but I still think whoever's doing the inking is the same. But the line artist, I don't know. Oh, look at that though. Oh god, he shot on. Yeah, it's not that kid's lucky day. I don't want to spoil all of it. This looks good. I have no idea what it's about. 28 total pages. Here's a link to the Substack. Check it out. It looks very much worth it. It looks like there's actually a good amount of content for free, which is great.
Faith is eternal.
Free? The funk.
Faith is eternal.
Free set that off. Okay. Oh, I know these guys. I've come across their work a couple of times. So now we have London Gothic. Let's check that on out. Like what you see? Try the first 20 pages for free. Dope. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a little intrusive, guys. Like, just up here a little bit. I feel like too much of the. I feel like I'm being smothered. A little bit. Like, it's fine when you're up here, but then when it goes down here, it's like, smother you. It's a cool effect. I wish I knew how to do that. You can see how that's cool. I like that, but then I feel smothered because it's way too big. But let's take a look. Just like we start with the resurrection, or the crucifixion, excuse me. This is the thing that leads to the resurrection. Yep. I like the coloring more than the line art, but the line art is very expressive. Lettering looks good. And it looks indie. That looks like the higher quality of indie lettering. And it gets a little bogged down there, but who am I to complain? I've done this. Yeah, the coloring is really its big, like, it's the thing that stands out for me. It's like firelight, right? Pretty much all of it is like torchlight, and, or really cool. It's just big contrasts. It's either torchlight or it's cold. It's either very warm or very cold. Ooh, it gets gruesome. Alright, so that is London Gothic. You get to read 20 pages of it for free, and then you can order it if you'd like. Check it on out. London Gothic. Oh, we have an Alterna creator who's working through Zoop. I don't know Zoop yet. I don't know. Just the fact that it's a club that you have to get approval for bothered me. I get it, and that could be very useful, you know? But at the same time, I don't like systems like that. So, nonetheless, I've always appreciated this fellow's work. So, see, here's the page. They funded. Excellent. Good on them. This is Kaijus and Cowboys. I've seen this around a few times. Check that on out, but let's look at the pages here. That's nice. This is a selling flyer. I love it. Indie comics do indeed your support. Oh, this is fun. I like that kind of art style. I like unique kind of. This is grimy, but it's not grimy. It's I don't know how to explain this, but I like it. Real thick outlines, like that. Character designs are fun. Check it on out. Kaijus and Cowboys. It's a sci-fi story in a galaxy far away where the last remnants of humanity look to start over on a world inhabited by kaiju. The Hunterbots must heal the problem. Nifty. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, we have Relic, which I actually noticed this pretty quick because I like the super manga-inspired art style there. Oh, it's very clean, and the lettering's nice manga style, but clean. Ooh, hex domain, and they did it in hexagons. That's cool. So yeah, looks like you can just straight up read this, which is always good. I recommend supporting. Hook's good to me. I have no idea what it's about. Relic is all about magic, adventure, self-discovery, and the power of friendship. Well, there you go. It sounds like a shonen. If you like battle-heavy manga, so it's a battle. Yeah, it's shonen. With a lot of character / humor. Yeah, it's a shonen. So check it out if you want a Western shonen manga. First, I guess that's the last page. Okay, here's the cover. The cover. Next. Introductory page, okay, and then that as okay. Well, that's very shonen-y. Okay, table of contents. Paneling's good. I like the onomatopoeia. Yeah, this looks really well done. I don't know if it's written well, but all of the appearances and first impressions are great. So check that on out. It's a shonen style with bombastic fights, clever problem solving, and a colorful cast of characters. Check out Relic. I did not pop the... This will get you right to page 1. The link in chat. You really just not... Okay, that's fine. Not like I need to post it. Dime Store Detective. Okay, let's check this out. Oh, this is a pre-launch without a trailer. So, True Detective meets It in the supernatural crime story. Not a big fan of those kinds of pitches, but Moonshiner's murder and an evil entity connected to it all. And not much to show here, but if you have any interest in any of what he's putting out there, check it on out. I mean, that image is interesting. I wish I could pitch it better, but there's not enough info there for it.
Faith is eternal.
For me? The funk.
Faith is eternal.
Might have to remove the Dreadnought from that. Because, you know, it's funny in game, but, like, for this, one is coming up randomly. Might have to change the trigger word to be, like, 3 words instead. Looks like it's just got a sign. Oh, no, it's got some preview page. Oh, that looks good. Ooh. I saw this promo image, and I was super interested, and then I read post-apocalyptic story based on the Mexican War of Revolution. I was like, oh, that's a good combo. And with art like this, in fact, I want to zoom in on this. Oh, that's the best we're going to get. Is there any more? Yeah, there's other pages. So we have our character design, which I like. That's the panel they cut out. Again, it's that kind of IDW style, I want to say. And like 90s image, we've come across that quite a few times. This is better than a lot of that, but just got that feel to it. It feels like Witchblade when I'm thinking of it. It's got that kind of feel to it. Obviously not as much of a bad girl vibe to it, even though it probably is a bad girl book overall. It doesn't have the skimpiness, I guess, that a lot of those books have. I like the art. In fact, I like that it's really like unique on the font they chose. I think it fits this grimy world that you're like instantly put in. In fact, Jack has one of the pages I revealed today or yesterday has this basically the same exact pen layout, which is like, it looks good. It looks super pro. Put the link in here, and it looks like you can just sign up to read the preview. And then I don't know. It's a 5-page preview. You can maybe win a pinup. And okay, it doesn't say anything else about it, but I'm interested in this project, and I recommend you folks check on out as well. Link just hit chat. This is Adelita 3017 or 3017 or 3017. It's probably the year 3017. I don't know. These folks we checked out last time we did one of these. So you may recognize this. Hey folks, you can order it right now if you want. It's kind of an all ages book. It's quite a bit of content for a decent price for an indie work. I'll just link it here, and you can read that, see if it's for you. Yeah. Is it Earth's Best Friends, the name of the series? It doesn't have a Season 1, Volume 1. Yeah, it's Earth's Best Friends. It just doesn't have a like an act, which is an interesting choice. Let me, just in case we'll go back through. Okay. This individual is on Global Comics, which that's how I know them. doesn't look like they linked their work. So we just have Bigfoot Knows Karate, which I actually did see in Global Comics. Oh, there it is. racomic.online. Okay. Now, I'm not sure what kind of work this is. Give me a second. In terms of like, it's like a romance kind of work. It's just, I'll just call it romance, right? Let's see. This looks fine. So far, so good. Starting with a lot of screaming. Okay. So far, nothing I couldn't show. Just a lot of blood. Oh, it's definitely made for web scrolling. I have no idea what this is about. So I'll just show you. I'll link you to it, the Global Comics link, which is exactly what that link that was in the picture led to. So this is where they want you to check it out. You can check this out. It's definitely a webcomic because it's all scroll. So we can just do that. My mouse wheel is terrible. It's just like as I scroll down, sometimes I'll scroll up. My mouse wheel sucks. So we're gonna go a little slow through this. It's a lot of screaming for a while. I don't know what's going on. Like people are being psychically ripped apart. If we're gonna call them people, I don't even know that. If it's spirits or I know nothing. It's supposed to just kind of intrigue you, and then you have this more flowing, obvious individual. I don't know, saving them or absorbing them. Then you have this blood dripping from it. And then you have a name. Then you have a face, white scene, very kind of thumbnail sketchy scene, leading to this king or whatever. There you go. I don't know. Check it on out. I wish I had more to say about it, but that one's it's tough. It's tough. Let's check out the person they tagged, which is Bigfoot Knows Karate, which I think you can read issue 1 on Global Comics. And then looks like you can just sign up for Bigfoot Knows Karate. So, wish I could say more about that, but I'm guessing it has to do with Bigfoot knowing karate. I doubt it would lie to you about that. The high-octane two-fisted tale of Bigfoot Knows Karate continues. Think Godzilla versus King Kong meets Kill Bill. I'm not... Again, those kind of pitches aren't my favorite. But it works. So we got Sasson! Deluxe edition. This brings into action. Alright, Sasson's superhero comedy comic, taking inspiration from books like Kick-Ass, Tick, and Judd Apatow films. Hit a flat area. Go ahead and give that one a push. Did I not do it for Bigfoot Knows Karate? I did. Oh, they do have a trailer. Excellent. Maestro! Maestro! Thank you. I don't know why it zooms in when I do that now, too. It must be a hotkey issue. Here we go. Anything with a funky bass line instantly gets extra points for me. Okay. Okay. The logo makes more sense now. I like it. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. That sold that pretty well. I like that. Glad they funded, as they said. 18 days ago to get on it. Looks like it's done. Let's see if there is any sequentials. Yep. Oh, God. Yeah. If you're looking for a couple laughs, this might do it. This might just do it. This chunky guy who knows how to dance for his... and then they did that famous Spider-Man cover. That's pretty funny. Oh, they did a few. Not in the face. That's the Silver Surfer Thor cover. So they're obviously comic fans. Oh, there's Akira. Is it a food truck though? Yeah, it's a food truck. It says Poopsie on it. Yeah. They obviously have a sense of humor and adoration for comics. I appreciate that. So check that on out. If you like what it is, you're gonna get it. It is funded. So there you go. Sissone, if I'm saying that correctly. Oh, people might know Butch Cleaver. Resurrected Butcher uses his bone incarnate power to seek those responsible for his demise in this gothic horror western. Next two backers get a head sketch from the creator, I'm guessing, plus all the extras and the print you see below by Mr. Simon Porthier, which I've spoken to before. He's an interesting cat. Let's see what this trailer's about. It's $35 out of $500 goal. Only one backer. I'm gonna go ahead and kick this because that's even from a project that may not resonate with me, and I don't know. It's a western. That's very not great showing, especially since it's likely been 11 days. So let's see why. Maybe there's a reason why. But let's watch. Alright, sorry folks, I realized I did not post the link to Sissone. So let me do that real quick. I was looking through the chat history and was like, oh, did that not go? There you go. Alright, now back to Butch. That's the second one, too. Huh. It's the second issue as well. So they've already done one. I like the art style, believe it or not. It can be pretty loose, but like in terms of style and flavor, it is oozing it, right? It can be loose in fundamentals, I think, but they obviously have a very strong artistic vision. Sequentials. Okay, here we go. Oh God. $12-panel page. At least it's action. It's more forgivable. Definitely indie on the art style, but again, just oozing flavor and intent, which makes up for any lack of fundamentals. Some of it's a little rough. Got that underground comic feel again to it. I like that too. It works. It's Jermaine what he wants, but it's rough. But then we get back to something like this. Look at it. It oozes style. Holy shit. 4 by 6. This is a 24-panel page. What, 22, 23, I guess, because you count the overlay. It's a unique idea on a panel, or on a layout for a page. I'll give them that. It's just so many panels. I don't know. Underground comics. If you're gonna do it, at least if you're gonna do something like that, do it in this kind of flavor. City. I mean, obviously a lot of heart goes into this, even though it's I don't know. I both like it and am confused by it. Oh, like that. That's awesome. That's a great way to border panels. I don't know. Plenty of sequentials. Looks good. It's the second one. Looks like kind of horror action. Maybe in the vibe of Spawn, but even maybe a little darker. Checking them out. I did not see how the writing is, so I can't comment on that. But check out Butch Cleaver. Criminally underlooked at, it looks like. All right, Terminus. Let's see. Let's see what Terminus is. Okay, in the past year, there has been a significant rise in theft of cutting-edge technology. One private security team is caught in the middle and must find out who is responsible for the violent robberies if they want to keep their clients happy and stay alive. So, I don't know, something awkward about that sentence there. Sure, I'll take your cookies. And you can just read the comic. And number 1 and number 2. $3 a piece for the digitals. That's pretty good. And let's go to read the comic. That's the link to the website. Oh, this is good. This is solid. In fact, I really like the coloring and inking combination. It's got that hyper realistic, but it still tries to. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that painterly stylization. I really like this colorist. Right away. Reminds me of the Breitweisers. In particular, Elizabeth Breitweiser's coloring style a little bit, except it's even more painterly than what she goes for, but I really like Elizabeth's coloring. Say what you want about the business acumen and choices there, but this kind of coloring in comics is sorely needed more. I really like the coloring in this book. Yeah, I would totally check that out. There's a read more button if you'd like. You can buy either of them, $6. This looks really well done. The lettering too looks pro. Like I have no idea if the story's for me, but in terms of the art, like I would work with this colorist. Like I really like that, and it might be the same dude, right? It might be his line art and colors because the inks. It's an artistic team, if not an individual that really knows how to gel their work together. Very cool stuff. Definitely recommend that. That looks great. That is not a link. It's just a promo. I got nothing more to say about it, sadly. Of Death set to premiere through Small Press Expo, which is America's finest indie comics festival, which I've never heard of. Join us live and in person for 2022 in September in Bethesda, Maryland. Interesting. I'll have to, if nothing else, I'm going to have to check into that. You all FW, and I don't know FW. Sorry, whoever this is. Maestro.
Here to serve.
Thank you. Yeah, it zooms in just a little when I do that. Interesting. It's not okay for Watchmen number 2. Watchmen number 2. Yep, that's what I thought. That's how he's getting. Okay. So it is Watchman number 2. Not Watchmen. Watchman number 2. Just as soon as I got the music back on, we get a trailer. So it's funded. That's cool.
Now I need you guys to meet Tevin Fields, aka the Watchman, the suited up, double bow staff wielding, jumping over your mama's apartment at 1 o'clock in the morning superhero. Nightwing ain't the only superhero running around the city with akimbo glizzies. This guy Tevin grew up with no parents, lived in foster care, sold drugs, and hung out with the gangsters of Warren City.
I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
One night Tevin meets the original Watchman. Yes, there was another Watchman before him. And he reveals that he's been watching after him and that he's actually his birth father. Yo, to be honest, Tevin lucked out. Like, imagine if you found out one of your parents was one of them corny superheroes.
This guy's a good
like
presenter.
Bandman or Jared Leto's Morbius. This is a concrete comic, so you know the artwork is on point. I love that the artwork is consistent between all of their projects. Head over to concrete.
Oh, he's just a selling man.
Or physically over there. Issue 2 is actually dropping pretty soon. The Kickstarter release date is August 6th, so make sure you guys go over there to support. And always follow me if you like comics, manga.
I think I've come across Concrete a few times, and I agree. I think it has been. Oh, okay, Cool. So yeah, this is just a minute-long review that they used as a pitch video, but the guys, I'm impressed. Very well done. Uh, Glad they're funded. A house must be built on solid foundations if it is to last. The same principle applies to man. Otherwise, he too will sink back into the soft ground and come swallowed up by the world of illusion. Great quote for Concrete Comics. I appreciate that. Check this out. This does look very professional as well. I think using the term Watchman was both smart and kind of devious, I guess would be the word I'd use. But it was smart. The coloring's great, line art's solid, paneling's good. Obviously, they're not including the lettering, probably for spoilers. Good covers. Oh, very cool covers. I like their covers quite a bit. I'll check them on. Oh, spoilers! Why does that keep coming on? Is there a way I can, like, lock your ass? Is that lock it in position or is it lock it? Let me see. Spoilers. No, that does nothing. It just locks it in position in there. Blah. Something I can do to just shut it up for a bit. Yeah, I can go through voice bot, but I'm not gonna. All right, check this on out. I recommend checking out Concrete Comics. Very on point. They chose a very good pitch man for that video there. I'm very impressed. Obviously, that guy does videos. That's what he does. Well done. Check it on out. It looks good. Hopefully, it's okay to share this here. Probably. Oh, I said. Let me see. It's so chaotic. I'm not sure if there's anything I can't show. No, all of it's, yeah, you can see this is just so chaotic. I wasn't sure if there was like, let's say a bunch of bodies writhing together. Let's just say. I wasn't sure, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, it does, but it doesn't look like there's like any nudity in that. So I think we're okay. This is, and it doesn't say, but yeah, writhing. That was the term I used. There are other terms. But yeah, you can see, right? Like, I just could not tell. It's super chaotic. Which could be, something that somebody's interested in. A powerful artificial woman. Oh, God. Siegel Gonzalez? I know Gonzalez. I'm not sure. Siegel Gonzalez? I'm not sure how you pronounce that first name. Investigates an ominous lead in the virtual dimension of her realm. So this is supposed to be, like, VR or something. Okay. A planet called LV-47 discovers a huge secret battle royale among multiplying dream werewolves. Lovecraftian revelations ensue. This is the kind of batshit stuff I love seeing in comics. It's one of the reasons I love comics. It's just super crazy. Then there's another series which I also had to check out because I just saw this and I was like, oh god, what is that? It's just a big angry movie. In the far distant future, an artificial wolf, a fugitive once revered as a hero across the stars, steals a world and bleeds it to fuel a strange bridal ritual with his high school sweetheart. It's kind of stuff I like comics for, man. It's crazy. There's the link. I guess we'll check out the link too, but I got to be careful again because exactly what Elias Bar said. Doing what now? It looks fine. Particularly since it looks like anything that could be weird is hidden behind open the image kind of spoilers. So I'll go ahead and put the link to their website in chat. There you go. If you want to check that on out, this is what you're looking at. Looks fine. No problems there. I liked again, it's kind of batshit crazy stuff I do enjoy with my comics. So that's cool. All right, Icarus Metro. No Kickstarters this year, taking the time to review and grow the fan base at conventions. So nothing new, but this is their stuff. didn't really pitch it to me, so I don't know what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and pause that. Oh, it does have a nice video. Look at that. Let's see. Let's look at this. The actions you take today affect tomorrow's reality as everything comes full circle. They went for anime intro, and they're missing a few frames, but it's indie animation. Not doing anything to really sell me on it, but it's stylistic as hell. Oh, it just circles. Okay. That I no idea what the comic's about. Obviously, it's an action powers book, but that tells me nothing. I don't know if it's superhero, if they're going for shonen. I don't know. But I did like the video. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's a thing. I need to move this over here. Okay, there you go. That's for checking out later. All right, Unknown Heroes coming soon. So this is probably just a sign up. He wrote a tokusatsu manga short for Unknown Heroes Kickstarter. Okay. All right. Let's see. No, I said let's see. Did it not open it? Open. I guess I didn't. That's my bad. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's an anthology. There's nothing to say. There's no pitch here. Oh, sorry, buddy. Don't give me a like. There's nothing to sell there. I have no idea. It's unknown. It's so unknown. It's so unknown I know nothing about it. Alright. Is there a link? This doesn't tell me anything either. Except for that they're working on something, and that's the art style. That's not very helpful. Why are we getting the non-helpful ones? Let's see what this is. Ninja Boy. I think that's... Nope. Okay, these two are the ones. Alright. Let's check out... is there a link? There's a scan, but I can't virtually scan. To follow us on Twitter. Okay, so they're just right here. They're done there. Okay, so this is what we got for these guys, and so there's not going to be a link in chat. On September 25th, Forge 21 Comics changed the world for indie creators. They take no rights, they pay up front, they pay sales bonuses, and write your royalty into the smart contracts so you get paid on every single sale. It looks like they're going to be taking Ethereum. I think that's the Ethereum symbol. Yes. It's going to be minted. Yeah. If you want NFT comics, that's what these guys are doing. Looks like. Looks like they're betting on the money from NFT stuff to allow them to do creator focused contracts, which is cool. But I don't think that's going to work. But good on them. Give them a look if that's interesting. Comic book NFT guy on Twitter, if you're curious about that. Alright, and then this I was actually interested in because it looks like they've been printed. And it was printed, yes indeed. Coming soon, prologue book preview of his upcoming novel. Oh, so is that just like a... Oh, okay, it's just a novel. There's no link. I like the cover. If that was a comic, I'd be very interested if that was the interior art. But that looks like it's it. Wow, look at that. Maestro. Oh, I turned you off by accident. Oh no. We're gonna start again. What do we got? Something good? No, something good. Is this good? It's bells. No. Come on. There you go. Probably even heard this one already, but this is fine. North. Oh! Oh! No, it's got interior art. I wish it'd shown more. So that's my kind of... Looks like it might be like a visual novel kind of deal, but that looks great. Go ahead and I'll share that. 'Cause that I love that kind of comic as well. It's one of the styles I just adore. That's great. Shoot that on out for him. Oh, you guys aren't seeing this one. What's he talking about? This is what I was talking about. Let's go back over here. We'll probably restart it. God damn it. So good at this. But yeah, like the interior art did match the cover. And I was blown away by the cover, so it's great. Very cool. Looks like it works very hard on full-page spreads and lets the writing carry a lot of the storytelling weight. But I don't even care because the artwork really does seem looks like it'll back it up very well. As long as the writing's not bad, that'll make a huge difference in this case. But I can't tell you. So yeah, that was a bunch of indie comics and other projects, mostly indie comics. Some signed up for, some you can sign up for, some live now, some through Subscribe Stars, through Global Comics to Read, all kinds of stuff that came on through the that Wicked Publishing promo there. Sorry, folks. I'm just looking through things. Yeah, I got everything there. Anything new that I may have missed from that? I think most of it's just me retweeting stuff as I found it. Let's look. Yep. Alright. Cool. That probably does it, folks. We're at almost 2 hours. I did some indie comics promo, which is something I'm going to try and do more and more. Simply because I'm not going to be able to back anything for a while. It sucks. There's one project in particular I'm kind of pissed I can't back. We're going to take a look at that because it did not end up on there. But yeah, it's live, and I like the first copy I got there. I did an IronVerse Quickies on it if folks are interested, but I definitely wanted to get the second one. Do you have the link in here, bud? There we go. Unbreakable Iron Ranger, Volume 2, Forced into Fire. So I did enjoy. I've always liked Zach T. Garman's work. You may have seen a couple. He's done some fan art for Jack, and he's done a few other things. He's kind of a relatively well-known internet personality on Twitter as well. Cool cat. Let's watch the trailer. And you can check out my IronVerse Quickie on Volume 1 if you're curious. It definitely wasn't indie work, but so much promise, great characterization, great art design, the writing flowed fine. And it was quite a bit of content for the price for indie. Like, he did full manga volume, but full-size graphic novel. It's neat.
I've heard rumors of a lone cyborg saving mutants, fighting monsters, and brushing off wounds that should have killed him. A young man with brown hair, grey eyes, brown trench coat, red scarf, and metal arms that are covered by your sleeves. By such a description, you must be the unbreakable Iron Ranger. Your reputation precedes you, it would seem.
ooh, super simple. I like it, but at the same time, it told me very little. Yeah. I'm very hopeful it'll fun. This is the kind of art style you're thinking. It's very loose manga. My problem, which I hope he did sort out, the biggest issue is how the colors printed, because he's very heavy on the blacks with how he does his pages, right? He doesn't let the white be the border, he uses black. And so that can, depending on how the printer handles it, can really affect the rest of the page and how the colors pop in print. So I hope he sorted that out, but otherwise I did have a lot of fun with this, and I recommend, again, checking out the quickie for number 1. I very much wish I could back this, but sadly cannot. So very hopeful this funds. Check it on out. This Unbreakable Iron Ranger Volume 2. This would be my choice out of all of these to go and back and help make succeed, because very cool cat, great creator, very dedicated. And you can get number 1, of course. So that's cool. Alright, there you go, folks. Now it's about 2 hours. I think I'm going to call it. I may be back later with a gameplay stream. I don't know. My plans for today changed to tomorrow, so... cool. Yeah, so I'm relatively free today. I'm going to try and accomplish something. So we'll see what that is. I mean, this was something that I want to accomplish. Something a little bit more directly important and influential than just another live stream. But, yeah, so we'll see. But thank you folks so much for watching. Check out all those wonderful projects if you would. If any resonate with you and you have the ability to, please support them. And I'll catch you folks later. Thank you so very much. Adiós, amigos, y vaya por Dios.